Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about fancy birds, the upcoming minting dates and things for the whitelists and public sale and stuff like that, and kind of how the game is going to play out over these next couple of weeks. You're definitely going to watch this video. So, welcome back. I'm Scoriox, where I do the maths and you do that sweet degen. And please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And yeah, please always do your own research. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this video is going to be a really simple overview of kind of where we are with fancy birds at the moment and where it's heading in the near future. Now, the big thing I should mention is that the public mint of the birds themselves is very, very close. And something that we should be keeping in mind is that there are about 60 to 70,000 people in their Discord at the moment. So this is actually a project that could grow really rapidly and has already grown a lot. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. But as always, this is quite a high risk project because the token is quite low market cap and there's a lot of speculation and things around this sort of stuff. But I'm going to try and help inform your decision on how you want to go about getting involved if you haven't already. Okay, so I'm going to do a really quick recap of what Fancy Birds is. So Fancy Games is the overall studio that's building Fancy Birds, and they plan to launch 8,888. Still not sure why it's that number. It's probably something special. Genesis birds. Okay, they're going to release them very soon. Now, what these birds will allow you to do is play their first arcade style game, and they will have many more in the future that will all incorporate the birds in some way. So this is your way to get in on the ground floor of this studio. It would be equivalent to capturing lots of alluvials for Illuvium, because those alluvials will go into other games. It's the same thing with these birds, except it's a very different style of play to earn game that Illuvium is trying to achieve. However, this does have revenue distribution, and that's why I'm covering it, okay? And I'll go into that in a video, hopefully launching tomorrow, maybe the day after, but I'm going to go through some revenue distribution numbers for this. So if you're eager to see that, please like and make sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you do not miss that video. Okay, so these birds, what are they for? They can do a lot of different things. You can play the game with them, the Flappy Bird game. If none of you know what Flappy Bird is, it was a game a very long time ago that got removed off the App Store because a lot of people were getting very angry with it, and the owner felt super guilty for this crazy addictive game he created. Look, I don't want anyone to get addicted to this game, or any game for that matter, but if there's revenue distribution and addiction might help our bank accounts, then I mean, sometimes you just have to bet on the right horse. But I definitely don't want anyone to go too far with this. And it looks like after the initial investment of purchasing a bird, there really isn't going to be any more. I can't see any more investments on top of that besides cosmetic items and things. So I think it's relatively safe. So definitely be careful. Okay, also you will be able to play for free, but you cannot earn without a bird NFT. And I'm going to get into that in a second. So I also really want to quickly look at the Discord here, all right? So you've got a lot of things in the Fancy Birds Discord, and I'll leave the Discord link down in the description below. And you're going to want to go to here to giveaways. Now they've been giving away whitelist spots like crazy. And I don't know, I thought it was here somewhere, whitelist information. It says just how many early birds and things are currently grabbed, okay? And there is only about like a week until all the whitelist and everything gets locked out. And look how many spots they still have left to fill. Like 5,000 hatchling and 500 early birds, which give you a lot of mints in their system. Now, I don't know if these will completely fill, but just know that in this next week, they could be giving them out left, right, and center. So if you do want to get involved, be sure to join the Discord. Make sure you tick on notifications for the giveaways channel or something like that, and you will be able to get involved very, very easily. Okay, now, how many whitelists per person? Let's have a look at this. So, how many whitelists per person we just saw just then? So for an OG bird, you get 4 whitelists, and I'll tell you why this is important in just a second. For the early bird, which is what I am, full disclosure, I am involved with this project and I'm excited to play it when it comes out. I am definitely only investing money I am willing to lose, and everyone should follow that same mentality, okay? So your early bird is about 1,500 people are going to be in there, and there's 2 mints allowed per person. Between those two, you have 3,800, and hatchling is the remainder. So these probably won't completely fill out, but they will definitely try to fill out early bird if you ask me. And hatchling has 1 mint. Now, there's this really interesting system they've built for hatchlings, and you can see it down here. But basically, if you have hatchling and early bird, you get both those whitelist perks. And the other thing is you can have more than 1 hatchling, and it won't let you mint more than 1 bird. But for every extra hatchling you get, you can give that to another person. You can gift it to someone. If I manage to get one somehow, I'll try a little bit over the next couple of days, even though I'm very busy. If I get one, I will definitely do a giveaway. So stay tuned on YouTube and my Twitter, and I'll definitely give that away to one of my community members if I manage to get something, although unlikely. But if you want to stay tuned, then be my guest. Okay, so when is the launch date? Now, let's quickly jump into this again. The launch date of the game is February 16th. You can see it right here. All right. The whitelist last day is February the 7th, 2022. This is the last day that I think they will give out any whitelist spots. And then between the 7th and the 10th here, they will ask you for your MetaMask wallet address, and you will give it to them, and that will enable you to access all the whitelist things and stuff like that. Then from the 10th to 15th, they'll do the whitelist. They'll probably do the OG birds first, and then the early birds, and so on and so forth, and then they'll have a public sale at the very end. Or they'll just start handing out all the hatchling spots or something. God knows. But that is how it's going to work. And February 7th being the last whitelist day is what, 5 days away? So if you're going to get involved, now's the time. That's why I'm releasing this video today. I was going to do it tomorrow, but definitely today. Okay? So yes, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that if you're interested in this project. Now, in a previous video, I've gone over the staking. I'm not really going to talk about that today. I have my revenue distribution video tomorrow, and I'll discuss it a little bit more then. So if you want to see that, make sure to like and subscribe. And again, don't forget to hit the bell. I really appreciate it. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about the game itself. Okay. So I've talked about you can earn money playing the game, and I think you'll just go and you get a high score and you earn money. But the bigger way you would earn is they plan on having weekly tournaments. So I don't know exactly how these are going to work, but essentially you're going to have a bunch of people on a leaderboard, and based on that leaderboard at the end of the week, they're probably going to get a payout of FNC, which is the native token for Fancy Games, and Fancy Birds, which is a game inside Fancy Games. You guys get the big picture. So when the game releases, I do believe it will be an Android release first. I know the App Store and Google Play Store cause a lot of problems with this sort of thing. It will not actually be on the Google Play Store. It will be a side-loaded app, so you will download it from a website. There is obviously lots of risks with downloading apps from a website, so make sure you have the official link. If you don't know what it is, I will download it first on my channel, and you can wait till I do, and I will give you the link I used, given I'm successful and I don't get fully hacked or whatever, but you guys will know. So if you want to play it safe, I'll also probably put it on my Twitter or whatever as well. Be careful when downloading any app from a website. Okay, that's why Apple has these things in place, and Google is very careful as well. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the game itself, and if it's going to be really good or really bad. And obviously it's all speculative and I don't know for sure, but I have talked to one of the beta testers. Okay, I'm not currently in the beta, for full disclosure, and as always, not financial advice, but I've heard good things about it. I've heard that it's going really well, and every single day and week, it's getting more and more polished. There there's still risks in my mind about the potential for people botting the system, but I know that that's at the forefront of their mind and they're working towards making sure that doesn't happen. And I can think of a few ways that you could maybe prevent it. I'm not going to say it here, but just know that there's obviously risks with any project. So please always do your own research. If this video is it, always do more research as well, but I'm trying my best to give you all the information I have. Okay. So another comment that I heard about the beta is that it's potentially harder than Flappy Birds. If you had a lot of trouble with Flappy Birds, maybe it's not for the faint of heart, but my big value proposition with this project is there's just under 10,000 Genesis birds and potentially over 20 to 30,000 people trying to get them. And then you can only really breed 40,000 or so every single month. So this game becomes really big. There is a huge supply limit, which will mean that the birds will retain a lot of value. I'm not saying they're going to the moon, but they should retain some value. So maybe you'll have the opportunity to buy a bird, play it, see if you like the game or not. Hopefully the bird isn't too expensive or anything. When I breed my birds, I'm probably not going to oversell it or anything. Again, you need 2 birds to breed. That's why the early bird deal is so great. Maybe you'll be able to buy another Genesis. Only Genesis birds can breed too. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, so I really like that value proposition of the game where it's capping the supply in such a way that it limits the amount of players earning from the game, even though everyone has a chance to try it out with the free to play. And it's going to be a really interesting way moving forward. And I'm curious, so every bird's going to look different, every Genesis bird. I'm curious how that's going to translate into their offspring. And I'm really interested to see what happens there. Maybe if you have like really different colors, they'll kind of meld together. I have no idea, but they've got some generative system and I'm curious to see how that works. All right, so I hope this was really helpful for you guys. If you want to get involved, jump in the Discord, be as active as you can. I've seen them giving out hatchlings to just random people chatting in there. Be active, be friendly, be nice to everyone. That's all I got to say. Have a good one, guys. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you'll watch that next video up in the top right hand corner, or don't, but I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below. I'll catch you all in the next one.